Right now, at the bottom of the ocean, there is a creature that can punch so fast it literally rips the fabric of physics apart. It generates temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun, creates light out of pure sound, and sees a reality that humans are completely blind to. This isn't a sci-fi alien, it's a glitch in biology. Meet the peacock mantis shrimp. At first glance, it looks like a neon cocktail party gone wrong. It's barely 4 to 7 inches long, brightly colored, and seemingly harmless. But underwater biologists don't see a pretty crustacean, they see a loaded firearm. Because the mantis shrimp possesses an evolutionary modification so extreme, it forced the military to completely redesign body armor and forced physicists to rewrite what they thought was possible for animal muscle tissue. To understand the glitch, we have to look at how it hunts. If a human wants to punch something, our brain signals our muscles contract, and our arm moves. It's a simple, linear transfer of energy, but biological tissue has a speed limit. If you try to move a muscle past a certain velocity, the fibers simply tear themselves apart. The mantis shrimp looked at that biological speed limit and decided to bypass it entirely. It doesn't use muscle power to punch. It uses a click-and-release latch system. Think of it like an archer drawing a heavy bowstring. The shrimp has a specialized muscle that slowly compresses a saddle-shaped spring made of hyperdense chitin inside its arm. Once the spring is fully loaded, a biological latch locks it into place. When prey walks by, the shrimp releases the latch. The energy is unleashed in less than 3 milliseconds. That is 50 times faster than the blink of a human eye. The clubs accelerated over 10,000 G. To put that into perspective, astronauts on a rocket launch experience about 3 Gs. A fighter pilot pulling a deadly maneuver experiences 9 Gs. The mantis shrimp's arm accelerates with the exact same force as a .22 caliber bullet leaving the barrel of a gun. Its strike travels through water at 50 miles per hour. But here is where we leave biology behind and enter the realm of terrifying, broken physics. Because moving an object that fast through water creates a catastrophic phenomenon known as cavitation. Because the club moves so blisteringly fast, the water behind it cannot flow in quickly enough to fill the space. This drops the local water pressure down to an absolute vacuum, creating a pocket of vapor called a cavitation bubble. As the club pushes forward, the surrounding water pressure crushes that vacuum bubble back down, and when a cavitation bubble collapses, it releases an unimaginable amount of localized energy. This means every single time the mantis shrimp punches, it hits its target twice. First with the actual club, and a fraction of a millisecond later with the shock wave of the collapsing vacuum. Even if the shrimp completely misses its target, the shock wave alone is powerful enough to instantly stun, kill, or dismember a crab. But it gets weirder. Inside that collapsing bubble, something happens that baffled scientists for decades. As the bubble implodes, the air inside compresses so intensely that the temperature rises to over 4,700 degrees Celsius. That is nearly 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of the sun. For a billionth of a second, the pressure and heat are so violent that the vapor produces a literal flash of light. This process is called sonoluminescence, the creation of light from pure sound. A tiny shrimp sitting in a tide pool casually generates a miniature stellar reaction just to crack open a morning snack. If a creature has a weapon that powerful, it needs a targeting system to match, and the mantis shrimp's eyes make human vision look like a broken black and white television. Humans see the world using 3 types of color receptors: red, green, and blue. Every color you have ever seen, from a deep violet sunset to a neon sign, is just a mixture of those 3 inputs. Dogs only have 2, butterflies have 5. The mantis shrimp has 16. They don't just see colors we can't comprehend, they can actively see ultraviolet light, infrared light, and polarized light.
Polarized light is when light waves vibrate along a single plane. Humans need specialized polarized sunglasses just to filter glare off a windshield. The mantis shrimp can see circular polarized light naturally. They are the only known animals on the planet with this capability. Why does this matter? Because cancerous tissue reflects polarized light differently than healthy tissue. Long before a tumor forms visible structural changes, its cellular structure alters how it scatters light. By inspiring cancer-detecting cameras with its polarized vision and shatterproof armor with its indestructible clubs, this tiny predator proves that nature can engineer a perfect, chaotic masterpiece that completely ignores the rules.